it kind of works out perfectly because they can't see your bottle. But based on the sound it just made, they know there's a bottle somewhere.
You heard that?
Yeah, they just can't see
Let's
it.
do it again. Close by the microphone.
This is our ASMR podcast. we are now VTubers with ASMR. We're virtual YouTubers. There'll be some virtual YouTube dancing girl now in our podcast.
He's just like have like the worst ASMR in the world. Like
it's just garbage ASMR.
Let me tell you about this guy.
I'll tell you about this fucker right here.
Yeah. See my phone on the monitor?
Yeah. All right. Now we're recording.
Now we're recording.
We're ready.
We're not ready.
With our outfits.
This is the epitome of ill prepared.
Yeah. This is not good. It is not good at all.
Where did you buy it?
I put way too much in there this time. That was like half the glass this time.
You want me to grab the rest of your tonic water?
No, it's not good. Hang on. Give me a minute. Oh, God. Ugh. Okay, so for those of you on audio only, all two of you, based on our recent Spotify analytics.
Based on recent research surveys.
Based on recent research surveys. This is Mike and I's 6-month relationship update.
Yay!
Yeah. We've officially been doing this together for 6 months. This is the 26th episode. And we thought that you guys deserve something a little special. All 52 of you and all 2 of you on Spotify.
Something better than the crap that we've already put out.
Yeah. Something better than the shit that we've already put out. So we're drinking some special waters.
So I've got, well, I almost dropped it. This is official fire water.
Yeah, Mike's drinking brown water. Because that's all his country could afford.
And you're drinking
I'm drinking
pink water
because
you're
that's
a Gen Z.
right, because I'm the white man.
Yeah. I was like, oh, there's no such thing as like colors for genders. Everything is okay for everybody.
Yeah, so I'm drinking pink water with limes in it. And
Pussy.
honestly, what Mike is drinking probably tastes better.
Yeah, this yellow spot is the yellow spot.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is our 6-month special.
I mean,
And
you would expect yellow spot for the guy with the yellow skin, right?
right. The yellow guy drinks the yellow.
Yellow spot.
It kind of works out perfectly because they can't see your bottle. But based on the sound it just made, they know there's a bottle somewhere.
You heard that?
Yeah, they just can't see
Let's
it.
do it again. Close by the microphone.
This is our ASMR podcast. We are now VTubers with ASMR. We're virtual YouTubers. There'll be some virtual YouTube dancing girl now in our podcast.
He's just like have like the worst ASMR in the world. Like
it's just garbage ASMR. Oh man. Shit, we're only 3 minutes in. We gotta come up with another 30.
So we're really just kind of, this is episode 26 weeks, half a year, so technically 6 months, right?
Yep.
And that's why we're doing something unique, something different, something, we're just celebrating it because, quite honestly, I didn't think we'd last 6 months.
Oh, you didn't have faith in us for 6 months in?
Yeah, oh me of little faith.
Yeah, well, that's fair. I think I watched another YouTube channel that said this, and I don't know how true it is, but I could see it being true given the amount of work that just 6 months takes to put in, that most channels only last a year, which I think that we will outshine that, but, given that we...
53 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Only got to make it a few more. And so, but the amount of work that it takes to put everything together and upload weekly, I mean, especially with, like, we're obviously not, this is our full-time career at 52 subscribers, right? So I could see how, like, somebody after a year would, it'd get tiring.
Oh, yeah, especially if they're, like, trying to make money out of this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Especially when you have one guy that puts everything together and records and does all the work, and
the other guy just sits there and looks good.
To be determined, I guess. By you guys, tell Mike he looks good in the comments.
I look good.
I actually got a suggestion.
I need the confirmation.
Yeah, I got a suggestion. We should do this early. Like, subscribe, all those things. I was told to do this at the beginning of the video. Because, so just to break things down, YouTube has analytics, and they tell you when people start to drop off. About 13 minutes is our mark, and everybody loses interest. Whatever happens at the 13 minute, everybody's like, this shit, I'm gone. I don't want to listen to this anymore. So early on, like, subscribe, do the thingy.
Yeah, the notification bell, ding, ding.
Yeah, ding, ding, notifications. So, Mike, how do you feel? 6 months in.
6 months in, I feel a little tipsy.
So that was the plan.
I'm calling this the drunk episode.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Honestly, it's weird because it's like it's gone by fast, but it's also taken forever at the same time.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. It has felt really quickly. English, whatever that, or however that words. Yeah,
you're drunk. You get that's like COVID. It's an excuse for everything.
Yeah. So, yeah, it has felt really fast. I think kind of like if you were doing this full time, I could see how it wouldn't feel as fast. But because we have work and everything else that's intertwined with what we're doing, it just makes it feel like, it's like another month, right? Especially with the projects that we're on and how long they are and things like that. Like, I don't know, it feels like another month. So it has flown by really quickly. And honestly, I'm impressed with how much progress we've made. I mean, every video, at least in my opinion, but I'm biased because I edit all of them. But every video has improved. Our thumbnails have improved. I mean, we've gotten more viewers consistently on every video, more subscribers. Like, I'm honestly impressed that we even have 52 people that care to listen to what we say at all.
I agree.
Maybe 30 of those are people we know, but maybe 20. I don't know. I don't. Actually, it's probably closer to 20. I mean, so 30 unique people that actually subscribe to what we put out. I mean, is impressive.
I only communicate with like 5 people in this entire world. On planet Earth, I think
God, this is so gross, by the way.
Would you like one of mine? It's gross, but to you, it's gross.
I might switch delicious. To some sort of other fire water that's.
I have the clear one over here.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think the Mexican fire water that I have over there that's now been sitting out all day is probably tastes better than this. Okay. I made a poor choice. I should have just gotten something clear, not so pink.
I think I had a thought that we've interrupted, but I want to talk about your pink drink here.
Okay.
All right.
My pink drink.
Because I was looking at the bottle.
Uh-huh.
All right. And I'm thinking about Gen Z because it's a Gen Z podcast, right? So we'll tie back in, at least for now. All right.
There's a Z over there, so we got to talk about the Z.
It makes perfect sense that you would have some sort of a pink drink for Gen Z because you guys are SAWFT soft.
So
the thing is, like, it claims to be from England, all right? And it's like the Cock Russell bottling company or something. Honestly, it's kind of funny because we've been talking about our friend here.
Yeah, our cock friend.
Our unnamed friend.
Yeah, you guys haven't named him. So at some point in this episode, we'll decide a name. I think that's what we said a few episodes ago. Yeah. We'll decide a name. Nobody's commented on his name, so we'll pick a name for him.
Yep.
Yeah, so I picked the bottle. I've gone to London and I've had gin that is similarly flavored to that, or was supposed to be
strawberry rhubarb.
Well, I don't know about the strawberry part.
Rub another man's
it was
rhubarb.
It was like rhubarb gin, and it was really, really good. So I saw that one and I was like, oh, this will be good too. And it's not. And I'm assuming that's because the bottle itself, the glass is probably from London, and that's about it. And everything else in that bottle.
How much did it cost you? Like $4?
Yeah, it wasn't very expensive.
That's like the first clue. Yeah, you might as well spin that propeller right there.
Yeah, my propeller. Yeah. I don't know if this hat has been introduced yet, but this is my thought propeller.
Yeah. So this actually upcoming, right? So one of the things that we're adding to our podcast, because we're ever growing.
Yep.
Right. Is we're going to have Big Brain Moments by Brandon.
Big Brain Moments by Gen Z.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big Brain Moments presented to you by Gen Z and Oats cereal. If you want to lower your cholesterol, make sure you eat plenty of oats. And there are no oats quite like Oats cereal.
Hey kids, I got a big brain moment for you. If you eat foods with preservatives in them, you'll live longer and last longer, just like they say on the box. And that's your big brain moment for the day. And story time by GenX.
Exactly. And that's what this outfit is. This is
that's his
my
story
time
time
outfit. So
at some point he'll have a pipe in his hand to add to this. Or maybe he'll just keep the whiskey on every time he has story time.
I'm leaning toward whiskey because I'm...
Yeah. So there's more to my my fit, if you want to call it. What's happening over there?
Your fit?
Are you okay? Are you okay? You're just staring at me intently.
I'm just a little
losing his mind over there. God. I thought for a minute that Vietnam scoreboard was about to go up. I don't know what was happening over there.
It was.
Have you seen that Family Guy like piece or episode where he's like, they're looking at the Vietnam War deaths, the American veterans are looking at it, and the Vietnam person comes up and he's like, scoreboard, you guys are losers, and he's calling them losers and shit while they're looking at all the deaths of their friends. That's what I felt like was happening in that moment. Anyways, I chose it because I thought it would taste good rather than you faking that you like whatever shit you're drinking over there, as most men do.
Yellow spot.
Yeah, you just fake that shit. But this does not taste good at all, and it's very unfortunate. I think Gen Z is they're kind of that gen that does not care if it looks manly or not or whatever. As long as the drink tastes good, that's what they're drinking.
Obviously, and you missed on both.
Yeah, I failed on both, and the limes are not helping.
They used to.
Yeah, they did at the beginning, but I think when you fill half your glass with crappy, special pink water, the limes stop doing their job.
I forget the name of the Mexican fire water over here, but I really enjoy it. It's it's got that little vanilla finish to it.
The vanilla, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're vanilla.
Yeah, right. And I'm the soft one. You drink vanilla tequila over there. In your special diamond bottle.
I think actually, honestly, I bought it for the bottle.
That's fair. Buy it for the outside, not what's on the inside.
Ain't that the American way?
Yeah, right. That's the American dream.
As long as I look good on the outside, I can be rotten to the core.
This is gross. I don't know if I can drink this anymore. I'm gonna switch it up.
What are you going to go to?
I'm gonna go back to my.
Okay. So while he's up and, exploring his Mexican roots, which I think is I don't know, what is it? A barley beverage? No, I think we might have caught that on sound. Add to our ASMR. What does ASMR stand for? These are questions that Gen X doesn't know. Maybe expect Gen Z to know.
Good thing we've got our friend Google in front of us. What does ASMR stand for? Because I don't know. The fact that I can spell is impressive. Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. A term used to describe a tingling, static-like, or goosebump sensation in response to specific triggering audio or visual stimuli.
So, corn. I think we're at the. I think we have to say
corn.
It's corn stuff.
Yeah, so I say Mexican roots. My wife's Mexican, right? So I think I'm allowed to say that I'm Mexican by marriage. Is that allowed? Is that legal?
I don't think you can say Mexican by injection.
Well,
or maybe
I don't know. We're into some things.
In this brave new world, maybe you can. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sorry. My family, the limes were not cutting it over there, so I switched to Mexican.
But by that logic, this
juice
would make me Irish.
You could be Irish. That's allowed now, right? You're allowed to be whatever you want.
I'm yellow Irish.
Yeah. You can be whatever you want. You
Now,
can change
the
whatever you
question
want.
Is it on purpose, or is it coincidental that the yellow on the X?
Well,
Oh, you're not this color.
you don't know.
At least not on the outside.
Maybe that's how I identify. You don't know. Yeah. I know you guys have seen this once before, but I hope you like our new stuff.
Yeah, so we have been working on green screen, and it was a gigantic pain in the ass for Brandon with the editing.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too bad, but I think this adds a certain professionalism, or it looks more like shit. I mean, you guys can tell us. I can return it, although I don't.
Oh, well, we're keeping it.
I don't think that the poor Chinese children that made this would be happy if I return it. They don't get their pay for that week, but I think that it'll improve at some point. After this, there'll be an improvement on mic positioning and all that stuff as well. You guys didn't directly tell me, but going through the numbers, you really didn't like the sound that came out on one of these episodes recently. So
I hated it. And that was our fault because the microphones were here, but we were sitting over here.
Yeah, and the weird part is I don't feel like we changed much positioning on the episodes after that, but it sounded way better. I don't know if something was going on with the mics at the time, but yeah, it just sounded like shit. I'm just being honest, I only edited the first 10 minutes of that episode, and I couldn't listen to it anymore.
Because it was so bad.
Yeah, because it was so bad, and I was like, well, I need to get something out. We can't just drop this whole episode. I mean, we can, but
You're like Fudeshi.
yeah, at some point, guys, I'll fix it. That episode will sound better. It just takes time to cut all the voices where we talk, and I didn't feel like it at the time, so you guys got the shit.
That episode will never sound better.
Yeah.
We're not going backwards.
Oh,
We'll talk about going backwards and fixing shit, but it's not. If you're getting your hopes up right now that we're gonna do it, let me just dash those against the rocks, not the ocean, right now. It is not going to happen. We're moving onward and upward.
Yeah, onward and upward. At some point,
we got helicopter hat over here.
yeah,
We're going.
We got
upwards.
helicopter hats. At some point, I think if we make it to a place where we can pay somebody to do this, I'll just tell them to fix it. It's like, hey, take this shitty episode and fix it.
We are accepting applications for volunteers.
Yep, we are accepting applications, free volunteers. Those that want to get into editing first time. I've been doing it for the first time for the past 26 weeks, so, you know, it can't be worse.
I mean, think of all the things that we say in the entertainment industry is like, oh, this will look good on your resume. Oh, you can add this to portfolio.
Yeah.
The networking opportunity by helping us.
Yeah, we're accepting interns for the Fuck Your Generation casting couch.
Yeah. Even though we got rid of the couch, well, I guess we got a casting table.
Yeah, the casting table. Yeah. Yeah, so we're accepting interns. So those of you that want to volunteer to edit our episodes, you zero experience required.
just have some enthusiasm and drive.
Yeah. You know what Microsoft Movie Maker is? I'll accept you.
So I guess we should actually make some sense of this. 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite episode?
Do I have a favorite episode?
Or at this juncture, do you have an episode that you remember?
You know, as much as I haven't watched them yet, and we will watch them maybe for like our year mark or something like that. But our first couple episodes, even though I know that there were things that were complete garbage about them, the fact that we were on our rant of like, these people,
the
boomers, these generations, I really enjoy that. Like, and I think I really enjoy the episode where I came in and like distinguished the difference between millennials and Gen X, or Gen Z, whatever generation I am. Oh wait, that hasn't come out yet. There's an episode, you guys. Oh wait, it would have come out now, right?
You drunk bastard.
Okay, so there's an episode you guys have seen where I compare the difference, and you know, I did the whole PowerPoint you guys saw about Gen Z and millennials and things like that. I really enjoyed doing that.
My PowerPoint.
Yeah. It would have came out by now at this point. So you guys seeing that, I think that those have been my favorite. And like our first episodes are, I don't know, they're special to me. I think that on a first time ever editing videos, ever recording a podcast, things like that, I think that they were good comparatively to if you look at some YouTubers and like go back to their first stuff. Like I think they were pretty decent.
Suckers.
Yeah, exactly. So
I got a question.
I really enjoy those.
Gen Z.
Mm-hmm. I think you said you had a question, right?
I did.
That's what you said.
Gen
Okay.
Z. All right. Did Gen Z, in their narcissistic, dare to be different, it's all about me attitude?
First of all, do you see the hat? I am different.
Did you use they, them because of the Z instead of they, them? Because you just needed to be the Z?
No.
Where how did they, them come from?
I don't know where the they, them thing comes from, but I think they, them is stupid. I think they, them is enough. I don't think you need to add a Z in front of it.
I believe there are like 76 alternative pronouns now.
Yeah. So I'm okay with like the alternatives of they, them, or whatever. I don't really care. Do what you want to do, right? I'll call you whatever. It doesn't bother me.
Oh yeah, I'll call you whatever else.
Yeah, we know you will. But like having a they, them, and then adding a they, them to just speak really shitty English.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels kind of pointless. Like,
Yeah, everybody's going to run through the alphabet.
Cover it all. Like, I don't know. I thought that was the point with they, them, and then some people didn't like it because they didn't feel like it covered their Z pronouns, whatever that means, and so they added the they, them. I don't know. I think we're going, it's a little too far. I'm okay with people wanting to be called whatever, but I feel like boy, girl, they, them is. I think 4 is a good stopping point.
I think so too.
Like I feel like 70, 100 of them is a little too much.
Can I rant?
I mean, you can. I can't promise you how much will stay in, but you do what you want.
All right. Just like Gen X, also known as old at this juncture, right? I mean, I'm not old like a boomer, and boomer won't even freaking humor you guys on this Zay-Zem crap, right? But they, them, that is the best you're going to get, because I don't give a enough to learn about all your other pronouns. I don't care about the 196 different freaking genders you invented. All right. How about, honestly, lesbian is not a gender, it's a sexual orientation. So that. All right. Great. You're a lesbian. I don't care. You're bi. You bang anything. I don't care. You're gay. You like, cockfighting. That's fine. I don't care.
We support cockfighting on this podcast.
You're trans. You're like, you got a penis, but you also have boobs. Fine. I don't care. All right. You're queer. Interesting enough, we called you queer back in the freaking 80s and you guys got pissed off about it and we had to call you gay instead. And now you're back to queer. Fine, whatever. I don't know what the difference between queer, gay, and lesbian is, but you do you, boo. I just don't give a fuck. All right. And then this plus IAA. Are you from Mars and Jupiter and Saturn and Uranus? I don't care. All right. You get the lesbian, the bi, the gay. I'm fine with that. You do you. I don't even care as long as it stays out of my anus. I'm fine with you doing whatever it is that the hell you're doing. Okay, just leave it out of this right here, and we're good. All right, but when you create 797 different things, sorry, but you. I'm not going that far. Maybe all the Zers can get together and figure it out, but quite honestly, I don't even think that you guys can figure it out. Sorry, that's my rant. Brought to you by Yellow Spot.
Oh, there you have it, folks. The Yellow Spot broke his mind. That's gonna be your new nickname now, Yellow Spot.
So how much of that's going to get edited out?
I mean, I think there's a good portion that can stand. I think that people resonate with the I don't care part, right? There's a lot of shit going on in the world right now in general. To add on the I have to 100% know every name that people call themselves to feel better about themselves, I think is just unrealistic. And so I think that people resonate with the I just don't care. Just you do whatever you want to do. I don't care. It's fine.
Keep it out of my ass.
I don't, there are some people that care, and fine, whatever. That's your argument that you want to make. But I think most of us, at least most of Gen Z, in my personal opinion, don't truly care. Just you can have whatever you want, do whatever you want.
So is it you, or is it the generation before you that's just redefining shit?
I think that it's
everything has a new freaking.
I think that it's a mix of both. I think you have I guess, coined a new term, radical Gen Zers, right? That do care for whatever reason and are really willing to fight about it with whoever wants to give them the time of day to fight about it. And I think that there's a lot of millennials that want to fight about it too. But ultimately, I think the majority of us really don't care. At least all the people that I talk to and friends that I have, they're just you do whatever you want. I really don't care what you do. Just don't force it down my throat.
Right.
And I think that comes from the Gen X, we've talked about this many times before. They raised us, right? I think the whole idea is like, I really don't care what you do. Just don't try to force it down my throat. And it's fine. And I also am not going to take the time to learn all of these different things because I don't think that at the core that really matters, right? If you're this is getting fucking emotional and deep or whatever, but if you're confident in yourself, I don't think you need everybody else to acknowledge you.
Absolutely.
I think if you're confident in who you are and what you do and those things and you're emotionally stable, I don't think you need everybody else's opinion and like they have to call you by this specific thing. People get my last name wrong all the time.
Yeah, they call you Dupus.
Yeah, doofus, dumbass, I don't know, whatever.
And they do it on purpose. They call you that on purpose,
Yeah,
even.
but it doesn't change who I am or who I know that I am.
Because it's like...
Mainly because I have it written down right here, so I can't forget.
I've seen you like lift it up when you had to spell your name.
Yeah, I know. It helps me not forget.
No, but it's like, bro, you don't have to be so soft. All right. So and I know you get it, but I believe that there's thousands, if not millions, of people that don't get this. But there's always going to be assholes in this world.
Yeah.
There's always going to be mean people in this world. There's always going to be violent people in this world. And you can lay down and go, "Oh, hurt me, I'm a victim," or you could like be strong and tell them to themselves.
Yeah.
All right?
And I think that also, like, I don't even know if, like, most of my gen, I don't know if it's just being soft or playing the victim card or whatever, but I don't know. I think it just comes back to like you just said, like you can just tell them to go themselves. You don't even actually have to tell them. Like you just walk away. I don't think you need to define who you are through other people. And I think that's the problem is everybody wants to be defined by somebody else and what they call them. And so they get worked up about whatever it is they call them. But people are dicks. Like people are going to always be dicks just to be a dick. And I don't think that you should get worked up about it. And as much as like everybody has their different opinions on COVID and all those things, our society is extremely fragile. At least that's what I've seen from COVID. The smallest thing like tips the scale. And I just think that worrying about what you get called by other people should be low on the totem pole compared to many other things in your life that you're probably dealing with.
Yeah, I mean, this country has been safe for so long that they don't really grasp the concept of what the atrocities of the rest of the world will inflict upon you.
Yeah. I think that people forget that even though we go through a lot of shit in the country, regardless of the political view that you have or whatever, right? And regardless of how much you think like the government's on top of you or it's not, or whatever your belief is, ultimately, you have it pretty good here.
Absolutely.
Compared to a lot of other places.
Everybody born or living in this country specifically is privileged.
Yeah, and I think we talked about that before too. Like,
and we're so privileged that we're arguing about who's more privileged.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But
We're so privileged that Mike and I are getting drunk on a Tuesday night to record this episode.
And we're going to go to work on Wednesday at some point in time.
Right. Like, I think people forget that. I think people get so worked up and they're like, what? I mean, don't get me wrong. People are lacking here. People struggle, blah, 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 whatever. And I 100% get it. But comparatively to some of the other countries that we go and steal their oil from and shit, like
steal the oil, put it in a sweatshop to make this shirt.
Yeah. Make my little hat or our fucking banner up here. Like it just, I don't know. I think people forget how much they actually have here.
Absolutely. So I think there was
welcome to our TED Talk.
Welcome to our TED Talk.
And with that, I have to pee. So
all right,
it's going to cut.
Probably. Want me to carry the show, or do you just want to do the whole pee thing?
You can carry the show, and I'll decide later when I'm editing.
All right. Are you okay? Do you need me to hold it for you? Are you okay? So in the army, when I was in the army, we used to joke around about stuff like that all the time. I don't know what it is, but I was kind of a unique soldier. And so whenever we had like the random drug screens, they'd be like, all right, everybody with a social security number that ends in 3 and King, you have a random drug screen today. And so we'd all hang out and that kind of thing, and everybody else do their thing, and the drug screen people would have to hang behind. But in the army, all the drug screens are observed. That means someone is actually assigned to look at you and watch you pee into a cup. All right? It's ridiculous, but that's what we had to do. And so me being me, whenever it's time for me to go, I'd be out there and I'm like, I got the cup, got my thing. I was like, I got an observer, a guy watching me, and I'm like, so you want to hold it for me? And that's probably why, as always, if your social security number ends in 3 or 5 or whatever, and King, you got to do a drug screen. So that's a little story time without Mr. Dupuis around, who is returning right now, if you can't tell by how I'm watching.
I don't know how you go from gender rants to peeing up for drug tests, but
drunk. I'm just going to use my drunk card. I get to use a drunk card. I get to use a race card.
Oh, goodness.
But my favorite episode, honestly, was probably the Fuck the Boomers episode. It was just fun, easy, relaxing.
Yeah.
Maybe demeaning others is relaxing to me. I don't know. I kind of think maybe it is.
Well, I'm sure they gathered that from this podcast. Yeah.
You pieces of shit. Did I say that all loud? Find out.
It's probably fine. So the Boomer episode, huh?
Yeah.
That was your favorite? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like what, our second episode in?
I think so. Because did we start with millennials? I think we just started with what each one was, and then we went to the boomers,
and then we went to boomers and then millennials. Yeah, because it was homeless or millennial was, I think, the third episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I know we say the boomers all the time, but you know, you millennials suck ass too. I think honestly, Gen Z is just trying to survive the millennials and differentiate themselves. They're just getting all scooped together, like they all. Yeah, we have like freaking 2 trays of pieces of shit instead of just one. But
yep, check out episode
2 and 3,
20. Yeah, 2 and 3 and 24. I think that's when the whole PowerPoint comes out. I don't know.
The PowerPoint.
Okay. So we haven't made it there, but we gotta name our friend. I think the first episode we introduced him, his name was Henry or Calvin or Charlie or something like that. But we gotta name him because nobody has taken it upon themselves to name them. So we gotta give him a name. He needs.
If you guys don't come up with the name, I'm just gonna name him Russell from his freaking bottle of gin that he drank. Cock Russell. What the hell is Cock Russell?
That's his name. Cock Russell. Cock Russell. He made that. Okay, that's fine. I like Cock Russell. That can be his name.
All right. Well, let's give them a chance. If you don't name him, he's gonna be Cock Russell.
Yep.
But if you like Cock Russell, just put it in the comments.
Yeah.
I like Cock Russell.
Yeah, I like Cock Russell. Say it exactly like that.
You can throw a comma in there.
Type that in the comments, please. Please, we're desperate. Type the comments.
So I always close out shows with "Peace be the journey." Do you know where that comes from?
Nope.
You have no idea?
Nope. I think you did tell me, but you know, I technically didn't listen. Yeah.
So it comes from the movie Cool Runnings.
Okay.
With John Candy. It's about the Jamaican bobsled team.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't watched it, you really should. It's freaking hilarious. I mean, Jamaica, Caribbean island, bobsled, Canadian Icy North, right? Jamaican bobsled team.
It sounds like it doesn't belong together at
Right.
all.
John Candy is in it. He's dead now,
Okay.
but
Rip John Candy.
yeah, rip John Candy. He was the Chris Farley of my time.
Who's that?
Chris Farley. Okay, I'm sorry. You don't have any humor in your generation.
Chris Farley. We're gonna look around.
Van down by the river guy.
Oh, I know who that is. Okay, sorry. I'm really bad with like names, but
Okay.
you know, but yeah, I know who that is. Coneheads. What a crazy show. Anyways,
So, John Candy was the Chris Farley of our generation.
okay. No, sorry. Continue. I'm just looking him up. I just need to
You
understand.
really
who these
should
people
watch
are.
that movie. And you know what? If you have to just like, because I've been, throwing eggs at him about doing reaction videos and that kind of stuff. And there's some technical issues about how to pull that off, and copyright issues and crap like that. But I've watched reaction videos. I've watched reaction videos for like Top Gun Maverick and
Yeah,
all kinds of crap.
Fucking
And
old man.
I am a fucking old man. I don't fuck old men, but I am a fucking old man.
Lies.
No, I tend to stick to those with, that are vaginally enhanced. So,
Is that what we're calling them now?
but I've lost all train of thought here.
Something about John Candy, I think his name is.
Yeah, John Candy. So,
Yeah, your Peace Be the Journey thingy.
yeah, so Cool Runnings, Jamaican bobsled team, based on a true story. So, worth watching. If you want us to do reaction videos to movies, to music videos, to, I don't know, other people's videos, commentary or whatever, pop culture, just let us know. Give us some material. Tell us what you want, because, we're doing what we want. We want to do some stuff that you want. And if you don't put it in there, then it's fucking your fault.
Yeah. If the video's not good, it's your fault. I don't know what to tell you. You didn't put it in there. Yeah, I don't have a sign off. Maybe one day, one episode, I'll decide.
Like, maybe one day I'll have a sign
Yeah,
off.
maybe one day I'll have a sign off. Yep. I know we said it at the beginning. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment.
Notifications.
Yeah,
bell.
notifications. Go to our X. Go to not our X's that we have, but go to our X.
Yeah.
The old Twitter thingy. Instagram. We have all those things. TikTok. Our TikTok views are lacking. I don't know the difference between who watches TikTok and YouTube, but fix that.
I think my generation watches YouTube and yours watches TikTok.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But yeah, go to all those things, and yeah, thank you guys for watching us so far.
All right.
It's been great. We love you guys.
I'm going to go to the bathroom and then I'm going to pass out. So, peace be the journey.
I'll figure out a sign off.